As women and girls continually bear the brunt of conflict in the Southwest region, a one-day workshop on violence against women and girls was held in the seaside resort city Limbe under the theme Combating Violence Against Women and Girls in the Southwest region of Cameroon by the International Federation of Women Lawyers. It is against this backdrop that this eloquent of lawyers designed this platform to share some challenges being faced by women who are victims of violence in the Southwest region, with a view of existing laws and significance of rehabilitating batterers as gender-based violence is becoming an increasingly visible and salient public concern.
It's an international organization that started since 1944 on women's rights. That's all about it. And the FIDA is a Spanish acronym of International Federation of Women's Rights and exists in over 84 countries in the world. So I just brought it to Cameroon, because generally the rights of women and the girl child, that is all it is about.
Giving consideration to their lifelong commitment to fighting for justice, FIDA has condemned recent acts of violence against women and children and asked their protection using the strong existing laws.
Because of the crisis, there's a lot of displacement of people, and that other people take advantage of this. Now, the only way that you can cope this kind of situation is when maybe the state makes provision in terms of getting an accommodation space for internally displaced person and provide them with certain basic needs. Because if a lady who has been displaced by this violent crisis steps out to the streets without a place to sleep, then it is obvious that she's a victim. That one looks very obvious. But if there were structures that will accommodate, I don't know whether they exist, if there were structures that will accommodate them, where people can easily run to, then it would have improved the situation.
The event that saw the participation of magistrates, lawyers, police officers from all over the national territory had as priority to provide holistic legal and psychosocial support to victims of gender-based violence and re-victimization with free legal assistance.
FIDA is interested in combating violence. Why? Because we have discovered that violence is the principal thing that inhibits women's ability to realize their potentials. In a world where we don't have to leave anyone behind, if we don't stop violence against women and girls, women will never be able to take their position, take their spaces in the civil society of their countries. They will never be able to aspire for political positions. Women will never be able to aspire even to be heads of states of their countries. So we realize that the root causes of them staying behind is because of the violence that is being perpetrated against them. And in the days ahead, why not? We'll be executing this project in all the regions of Cameroon. We are working, we have to lobby even parliamentarians and lawmakers, policy makers on law reforms. So from here, we will take all the recommendations and work on them and see how we can continue fighting to bring down this ill they call violence against women and girls, because it is really a heinous offense against women.
As FIDA keeps drawing her attention to an apparent increase of women abuse, sensitization programs and seminars to cease this odious act of violence remains their growing concern.